All right, we're going to start off our first one right now today. We're going to do agree or disagree.
Let's go, boys. I firmly have to say, agree or disagree is my favorite thing we do.
I do love
It really
it.
helps
Thank you.
loosen up a lot of things.
You know, because it's so many different conversations, and I love it's not only gaming, it's not only nerdy, it could be anything. And if you guys don't know out there, by the way, agree or disagree is a game. Agree. Curtis will read as a statement, and we hold up a thumbs up or a thumbs down if we disagree, and we'll let the audio listeners know too as well. Shout out audio listeners.
And we don't know the questions.
We don't know any of them.
No, none of them.
We have not read them or seen them.
All right, well, the first one is megamanx is the best Mega Man game.
megamanx is the best Mega Man.
Oh, yeah.
I got to agree up.
I agree.
Ooh.
So we got agree, we got disagree by Chris, and we got an agree by Ricky. So
I do love Mega Man X.
Okay.
It is a good one, but I really, really love Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2.
always
Okay.
I love that one.
The 8-bit Mega Man games are, to me, a little more defining Mega Man. Like I get they're a little more defining, but I do feel like Mega Man X for me personally was like where I felt like it was just so perfected. But again, Mega Man 2 great. Which one has better music?
Mega Man 2 is pretty good music.
They're both really good
Yeah.
though.
But I think what puts X over is the arm, like you finding all the armor and the Shoryuken.
That's true.
I'm like, dude, I can do all this.
all the upgrades
All the
are pretty
upgrades.
smart.
It was like a way more like version.
It's got longevity in it.
way more.
Yeah.
It like was the upgraded version.
But you're right. That title screen on Mega Man 2, I'm just like, good.
And when the Mega Man 2 came out, too, like that game was just
This is all of us like
unbelievable.
second guessing everything we're talking about. Like
Am I going to convince you guys?
the audio listeners can't see, but it's more us just looking in each other's eyes like, oh, actually.
all right, we're gonna go on to the next one.
All right.
CGI is overused in cinema.
CGI is overused in cinema. I'm gonna say agree. Okay, so there's 3 agrees up.
I would definitely agree with that as well.
You
Just
agree
because
as well?
of just what Marvel has done. It's just CGI.
Yeah, so I actually follow a lot of CGI channels. Like I'm really big into Corridor Crew. I watch these guys a lot, and they're CGI guys, some of the best in the business. And as much as I love and respect, clearly I respect that I watch videos about it all the time, I do feel like so much, I guess maybe it's just so many of the things that I expected to love, I was severely let down once I saw the CGI. You know, I Am Legend, The Mummy, Black Panther,
Transformers.
Transformers does really good CGI, but still, and I guess Transformers may be the exception of there's almost no way they could do that with animatronics because of the moving parts.
Couldn't make real life
I mean,
Transformers.
some of those guys make some pretty legit suits. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I get it. No, but I'm saying like I like CGI to an extent, and I think Jurassic Park is maybe my favorite example because
That's a good one.
It was when animatronics was still so focused. Like this was a giant animatronic. The Tyrannosaurus was real, but they used CGI to help enhance water effects and movements and motion, so it helped assist it. But I hate when movies are like strictly CGI, and you can just tell within a second. I mean, when I watched Black Panther, I mean, you would see him move. I think it was like the tunnel scene. And you could literally see his arms were like, everything was like, looked like it was like a water motion. And I'm like, this looks really bad. And I think, like you said, Marvel is extremely overused.
You ever seen which Marvel movies? Which one's the third one? The one. So it's when Hulk is in the Hulkbuster. That is some bad graphics. That's some horrible graphics. I was just watching the movie like, no way, they didn't even finish this. They just threw it out.
That became a meme for a while.
I'm trying to picture that scene.
Remember when everybody first saw Blue Will Smith as the genie? That was a big thing in the animated world. Like in the CGI cinema world, everyone was like, that is not real.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, going back to the 90s, like that's my favorite era of movies.
Absolutely.
Like Terminator 1,
Oh.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And I can remember like Terminator 1, like there's no CGI except for that bathroom scene. Remember where he goes in? Would you even call
Does he
it
walk
CGI
through the
where
cell?
he like cuts his eye out?
Oh,
And it, like they cut to it for a split second and it's so bad. But everything else I don't think in that movie is CGI.
And then Terminator 2, though, has a ton of it. Probably sounding very unintelligent with our actual references. But the reality is, I think what you just said is basically your way of saying what I said is it was still like the actual filming was more leaned on versus leaning on strictly CGI. And I think that's where the downfall, why we all agreed.
All right, we're on to the next one. It's going to be vintage clothing is overrated.
Whoa, Curtis.
Curtis, how could
why
you
would
do
you
that?
even say that?
Hey, hey.
Dang, Curtis.
Vintage clothing is overrated. Thumbs down.
No way. Oh,
3 thumbs down. Well, okay. So the only reason my brain almost even thought about maybe putting a thumbs up is because we do pay too much money for shirts.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
I don't think
How
we
much
pay
was that
enough.
shirt?
This one I got a good deal on. This was $200.
I would say most people don't think that's a good deal.
They would probably not. But for me, that was cheap for this.
Yeah, but
this
they
shirt.
also buy designer stuff. It's like Bape and like
That's
Gucci
true.
for like 250.
So I spend a ridiculous amount of money on vintage clothes.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, I don't feel like I'm spending like a lot of money. Like if I was to walk into a clothing store and there was a shirt for $200, I'd be like, oh, heck no, I'm not buying that. But with vintage clothes, for some reason, I don't know if it's just that's the market or there was a rarity aspect to
Well,
it. But I'll
90% of
spend
the
that
time,
money.
too, it's more unique because, like you said, it does feel weird to walk into a high-end store and go, look, there's 98 of these on the shelf, and I'll pay $300 for it. Versus us going, hey, there's only 1 of those, maybe 2 of those. I've seen 3 of those. Oh, this one's hard to find. It does have a little more validity in it. Ricky, what about you?
Yeah, no, like that's why I bought it's white Star Fox jacket.
Yes.
So, I love buying the vintage stuff that you don't see anywhere. Like,
Yeah.
no one else has it. This is dope.
Yeah.
What'd you pay for that?
$350.
Cheap.
All right, we're gonna go on to
Wait,
the
I
next
shouldn't
one. We're gonna go on to the next one. Lord of the Rings is better than Harry Potter series.
Thumbs
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Triple thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay. I could say we could almost reword this, or maybe you guys aren't on the same page as me. I would almost say Lord of the Rings is maybe the best trilogy out there.
It's
Think you too. I mean, can you
Star Wars is pretty
original
good.
or which
original.
one? What about trilogy? You're
original?
saying
Yeah, that's a trilogy. I would call that a trilogy.
no, yeah, the original
Yeah.
Star Wars as a trilogy.
Jurassic Parks, maybe.
Jurassic Park was great.
it was-
First and second were good. First was the best movie of all time.
I
No
honestly
argument.
admire like all the like special effects that went into it, like for the makeup side of it. Like people had to sit through all that to be an orc. Then you had like elves. Yeah, all these different genres of like technically like what they call them races, but like you know what I mean.
Ricky,
Yeah.
what do you think? Is it the greatest trilogy of all time, or can you think of a better one? Is a better question.
I honestly can't think of. I was gonna say Terminator, but I don't think I like Terminator 3 as much.
Terminator 3
it was just
ruins
bad.
it.
But if it was just the
1 and
one
2.
up, yeah, 1 and
You
2,
might
then
pick
yeah.
those
1 and
two.
2 are those are 2 of my favorite movies.
But
Terminator
yeah,
1 and 2. But
he's
the
right.
Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
I think I'd put it as
Yeah.
the best trilogy.
Yeah.
I also read all the books. Did you guys read the book?
I don't read.
You don't read.
Maybe 2 of them.
Who reads these days?
As a kid, I read all those books. So when they turned it into a film,
Yeah.
and Peter Jackson made that, like he did such a good job with
Yeah.
it. He later on butchered The Hobbit, which
Yeah,
is terrible.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, what do you think about the Amazon one? I never watched it.
Which one was the Amazon one?
That answers your question. That answers the question. I think that was
Oh,
the same.
series, the new one, the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
Those were the books that came out after.
Oh.
We're gonna go real deep into nerd.
I heard a
Lord
lot
the
of people
Rings
just
culture.
say, "Man," when it came to those.
Yeah, I did try to read that book, but that book was really hard to read. The
Okay.
series lost me.
Yeah. But the cool thing about Lord of the Rings is that's the one time. Is that one of the only movies we actually went to opening days on?
Dude, we went to all 3 together. Opening
three
days
opening
every
days.
time.
And man, do they still hold.
Lord Frodo. Like, I mean, we were like full on with the people, like at midnight. Like,
we weren't dressed up, but it was just awesome to be there.
I mean, come on. When Gandalf was riding down the hill on the horse, I mean,
Dressed
it's
up
just
as
like.
Gandalf and you dressed up as Frodo.
Bro, I'd be definitely Samwise for sure.
Oh my
You are
God.
Samwise Gamgee. I'll take that. Chris is for sure one of the Elvian women.
I would say he's Orlando Bloom's character.
He's an Elvian woman.
Orlando Bloom. Let's go.
go.
Legolas.
Yeah.
Legolas?
Thank
It's
you.
Legolas.
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 All right. It's easy to make you cry in movies.
Oh, dude. Thumbs up.
No, I think I've only cried once.
Oh,
I'm gonna
dude.
do double because some of them do.
Must be nice. So you don't cry in movies?
I've only ever cried for
What movie?
The Notebook.
Oh, you're a romance guy.
That one got me at the end. That scene, when she gets her.
Me too. By the time it was at the end, I was like, please be over.
Isn't it weird to feel like super empathetic for characters that are just kind of like either fictional?
It is weird. So as someone who, again, watches a lot of cinema channels, like, it's really hard because I'm very easy, especially as an editor as well, to take myself out of a moment. So when I get really into a movie, I'm like, okay, I must really like this because I'm not thinking that could have been edited different. Oh, that's a prosthetic. That's this and that. So I cried in Notebook, though, too. I'm going to be honest, too.
What was the last movie you cried in?
I cry in every movie.
You think I cried in the Mario movie?
I almost cried in the Mario movie when Luigi...
really?
Spoiler, press pause if you're not there. When Luigi blocked the blast for his brother.
Oh yeah, that gave me kind of some
It hit
chills.
me, and my brother texted me that
just
hit
gave
him
me
too.
chills right now. Actually.
Yeah, thinking
hit
about
me.
it.
So this is gonna be a weird one too. You guys think I'm kidding? Any movie where there's like a crowd at the end that like came together and was like cheering for something,
Pretty much every
it
movie.
gets me, and it can be Christmas movies. Christmas movies get me the worst. Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh my goodness.
Every Hallmark cheesy Christmas movie, I ask my wife. Home Alone, I could watch it 40 times back to back. The minute Kevin's out there looking at the neighbor with his estranged family and they wave, I'm just like, God, why?
No, does she cry at movies?
No,
as well?
she looks at me like,
She looks at
"You
you.
There is one movie that'll get me every single time.
What is it?
And it's not a very like crazy notable movie by Keanu Reeves, but
Okay.
it's Hardball. And
Oh,
it's
dude.
when G Baby
Yeah, that-
it gets that hit at the end and everybody's just cheering and he wins them the game. I'm just
Cheering gets me. That's what I was saying.
oh
yeah.
my
That's not even the
gosh.
whole part.
No,
like
but
it
it's-
makes you bawl the next scene. And
Yeah,
you're like,
because
"Oh,
it's as he's describing the
Yeah.
moment at the funeral, and it's
Yeah.
just like I get chills every single.
great-
Did you
time.
cry in Click with Adam Sandler?
Ooh,
I
that was a
did.
pretty
I did.
emotional one.
That got
I think
me.
That one
I did.
that might have almost squeezed out a tear.
Yeah.
I think. I
I think
remember.
Chris is a closet crier.
Now he's saying he cries. Like what do you
All of a sudden, every movie we name is like, yeah, they got a tear on that one too. What about you, Ricky? You said you were kind of iffy about what you cry about.
I guess it just I'm not in the sad stuff like the feel good movies like maybe cry. I'm like, why am I crying? And then I look over at
Okay.
my kid. I'm like, why am I crying? Like I don't know.
I get it. Did you guys ever watch The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
No,
Nope.
you told me though.
I think
Oh,
so,
dude.
yeah.
I avoided
It's
it.
like a World War II movie.
It
right?
was about basically a Jewish family and a
Yeah.
Nazi family. The kids didn't know why they couldn't be friends.
Yes.
It wrecked me.
I do remember.
Wrecked
That was a
me.
good movie.
Yeah, that was a rough.
All right, well, I'm hoping to tear some people apart on this one, and maybe it's a little controversy, but Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%. Not even a question.
Somebody out there is going to think, Chris.
They both disagree with me.
Wow.
Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
I'm going to
Okay.
say one that probably is not
I'm-
agreeable by many people.
So it was a thumbs up and 2 thumbs down, by the way. for
Oh yeah, I
audio.
was a thumbs down. Sorry.
Go ahead, let's hear it, Ricky.
All right, so I do like Tobey Maguire, but I don't think Spider-Man should cry that much. It literally kept bugging me. I'm like,
Real men
why
cry.
is
We just talked
Spider-Man
about
crying
this.
so much?
It's like, what a put.
I mean, I
What
did.
it was.
We just talked about this, right? Real men cry.
In other words, you can't be Spider-Man.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's good, but I think I enjoyed the Tom Holland ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just really like the Tom Holland ones. It might be the graphics. I don't know.
I like Tobey Maguire. I like Tom Holland. I actually like, what's his name?
Garfield?
The Garfield guy. Yeah, I love the Amazing Spider-Man.
Garfield was
ones.
a good show.
Did they refer to him? What is his first name?
Andrew.
Think right now.
Andrew
Yes.
Garfield. Yeah, I like those ones a lot. I
Yeah.
really, really like those ones.
I think that also, if you guys saw recent podcasts or listened to recent ones, I think that's also because I was more of a Marvel fan in the like early days of Marvel. Recently, as it all went on, I got really bored of it. But yeah, that's probably why.
I think
I'm
the
sure if I got
only
into it.
Spider-Man that really flopped was the Sandman one.
Was that Spider-Man 3?
3,
It was
yeah.
so
I don't
bad.
But I'm
With
saying
Venom
like
in it, too. That
I would
was
say
horrible.
the reason why
I mean,
So bad.
who they used for Venom? I was like,
Venom,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
70s show, dude.
the reason why I gravitate so much more towards Tobey Maguire is just because like his story, the build up, they actually describe him actually getting bit, the science,
Yeah.
and then he has that character conflict with
I loved it.
the Green Goblin and his son. and
That's
it's
when
just
I was
like-
still excited about Marvel movies. That's probably why. That's probably
Yeah. All right, here's the last one.
Ooh.
Sega 32X is the most useless hardware add-on ever.
Sega 32X is the most useless hardware add-on ever.
I disagree. There's a lot worse.
Oh, man.
What's your worst?
The Atari add-on.
Oh, like the voice synthesizer?
That was the one I was going to say, yeah, right away.
I was like, dude, that's.
I'm going to say no too, because I actually kind of enjoy the 32X more than most people probably do.
because you could, yeah.
I got it when I was a kid, so I feel like it was one, like I vividly remember playing the Star Wars game on it. Really liked it, liked Doom on it.
Doom. I was going to say Doom was awesome
Yeah.
on that.
There was a couple. I can't remember the other ones, but there were some other ones for sure that I was super into.
Calibri is a pretty awesome game.
That's right.
The little hummingbird one.
You talked about how I have it. What was your? Were you in agree or disagree?
You know what? I can't think of anything else. I'm going to say agree. Like it
Wow,
does
you
still
think-
kind of suck in my
Oh.
opinion. But I couldn't think of anything other than like the Atari
Voice
attachment.
synthesis
There was-
module and all that
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, there was a bunch of those.
But
I mean,
that
is the
like the
game genie
voice
considered that?
synthesis-
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like that add-on, like
Yes,
when you were
it is.
saying like Atari, it was like prior to like really when the gaming scene was booming, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but
I
then
mean,
you also-
Atari was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just saying yeah at this point because I'm done hearing you talking.